You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Underrated Mages. Today I'll be doing a video discussing Fairy Tail Sucks. But before I get into the video, I just gotta give a quick little thought for you guys. Now, recently, as you guys know, when I've been uploading videos, I've been switching back and forth between the longer 10+ minute videos. Basically, I just talk a lot. I talk way more than I usually would do, or I will usually upload a 3 minute video. And to be honest, that was kind of a little bit selfish on my part because I was only thinking about myself. But in the end, I wasn't really thinking about what the viewers want to see. So in the comment section down below, which type of videos do you guys prefer? Do you prefer long 10 minute plus videos, or do you guys like the short 3 minute videos that I've usually been doing? That's what I built my channel off of. Make sure you guys sound off in the comment section because I just want to see what the majority of the people on this channel prefer, and whichever one gets the most, I guess you say, votes or most likes, or however you guys are going to do it, then I guess I'm going to try to gravitate more towards that one, because in the end, I want to be able to please you guys. I want to please the viewers. I want to make sure you guys are having a good time. I'm still having fun making videos, but I just want to make sure that you guys are still enjoying the videos as much. So yeah, that's really it when it comes to the whole video length. And also, would you guys prefer the whole pictures thing? Now, as you guys know, I've been using the pictures going back and forth, like zooming in and out recently. I mean, I've been using that mainly ever since I started, but there were some videos here and there where I would use AMV and I would use like moving stuff. So which one do you guys prefer between the pictures zooming in and out or the AMVs? Now, I do gotta say that with the AMVs, the only thing that's tricky is the whole copyright thing. You know, the anime community, it's easy to get copyright strike for, I'm gonna be honest, because there's so many loopholes, so many boundaries and all that stuff that you have to go through, copyright claims that you like you don't know what videos can be striked or what. Like, you just don't know what's fair use nowadays. Well, we know what's fair use, but they don't. Like, it's just so messed up. But that's the only reason I haven't really been using AMVs as much. So yeah, make sure you guys let me know in the comment section. Do you guys like the longer videos? Do you guys like the 3 minute videos? And do you guys like the pictures, or do you guys like the AMVs, the videos, or like the actual moving stuff? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the video. Now, as you guys can see from the title, I'm sure all you guys are thinking, oh my god, Underrated Mage has finally left the Fairy Tail guild. He's no longer fucking with Fairy Tail. He hates it now. And then there's some people like, yes, it's about time you finally realize that Fairy Tail is trash, is a garbage series. If you're one of the second people, matter of fact, if you're either one of those people, let me just say, slow down, slow down. No, I still enjoy Fairy Tail. I still like it a lot. It's still my fourth favorite series. Like, Fairy Tail, I'm still going to enjoy it no matter what. I still love this series a lot. But today I'm going to be doing a video discussing all, or not all, but majority of the reasons why people say the series like Fairy Tail sucks. And I'm gonna be honest, Fairy Tail is not a perfect series. I mean, I know that for 100%. There's a lot of flaws that Fairy Tail has, but there are also a lot of good things that comes with Fairy Tail too. But for some reason, this community, it seems like, or not in the community, but on the internet, it's like people, they only like to look at the flaws that Fairy Tail has. You know what I'm saying? Like, they point out the negatives, and here are some of the major negatives that are said within the Fairy Tail community, and that's basically been talked about forever. Now, number one are the fights. People hate the fights in Fairy Tail, and I can actually understand this one to a certain extent, because I'm gonna be honest, there are some fights in Fairy Tail that either A, that I think shouldn't have went down because it was just dumb, or B, it ended terribly. And one of the most notorious fights is Natsu versus the God. Now, people are saying Natsu one-shotted the God, when in reality he gave him a two-piece sandwich. That's neither here or there. Basically, he was able to take out a God easily. But the thing about that fight is, and I'm not going to be going through each individual fight. I'm just using this fight as a, like, I'm just talking about this fight in general because it's one of the biggest ones. But me personally, I didn't really have a problem with the whole God thing, but that's one of the main reasons why people don't like Fairy Tail. They say the fights, they end stupidly, they have one shots and all that other stuff, and I can agree. Yes, there are some fights that do end terribly. Like, I can't even lie to you guys, some of the fights, like Urza's majority of her fights, yeah, let's just say that they end quite spooky, and Natsu's fights, but just because there are a couple bad fights here and there, that doesn't mean that all of the fights in Fairy Tail are bad. I mean, people, it's like they draw out they exaggerate when it comes to these points. Like there will be a couple bad fights and it'll be like, oh my god, the whole series is full of trash fights. Like, what are you talking about? Hades versus Fairy Tail, Gagio versus Natsu. I mean, all there's so many other fights. Laxus versus Hate, like all these other fights in the series. Hell, the whole Tartarus arc. I'm oh my god, I'm just getting hyped thinking about it. But no, there, yes, Fairy Tail, it does have some bad moments. It does have some cheesy moments where there are one shots and stuff. But at the end of the day, just because there are a couple bad moments, it doesn't mean that the whole thing is ruined. Like the saying does not apply. One rotten apple does not ruin the tree for this one. No, it does not apply for this one because Fairy Tail, it still does have some amazing fights. Now, the next point that I'm going to move on to is character development. And this one has to be the one that makes me cringe the most because people, when they say stuff like the characters don't develop, the characters, they stay the same, none of them develop, I'm just like, oh my god, you guys, it's either A, they're just saying it just to say it, B, they're just saying it just because that's how they feel, or C, they're just trolling. And if you're doing any of the, I hope you would pick C, but Lucy is definitely one of the most progressed characters in the series of Fairy Tail, bar none. She's had so much development, starting off as a weak, timid girl. Everybody had to protect her. Now look at her. Now she's able to fight for herself, defend for herself. She's saved the guild multiple times. Lucy is definitely an epitome of a character that has progressed. So the whole character development thing, that one's just, it's just idiot. It's dumb. It's retarded. Let's be honest. It's just dumb. And then Natsu on the other hand, yes, I will admit, Natsu, he is your typical shonen main character. I cannot lie. Yes, he is, but he still has developed from the beginning of the series because we saw that he only wanted to focus on his goal, like he was only focused on himself, kind of a little bit selfish. But we see now Natsu, he cares more for the guild. He's willing to put the guild before him now, and that just shows that his mindset has grown into, I guess you could say, kind of like a guild master is, whereas he's willing to protect the guild more than actually saving himself. Whereas in the beginning, he was only focused about what he wanted to do and stuff. So yeah, Natsu, he ended up progressing too as a character. So the whole character development thing, that one is just retarded because Lucy, she is a perfect example of a character that has developed, and Natsu, even though he doesn't have like major development like Lucy, he still did develop nonetheless. Now, this one is one of the most talked about ones ever. This is the friendship power-ups. Now, where do I start with this? Fairy Tail, in the beginning of the series, one of the biggest themes I was introduced was the whole friendship thing. Like Natsu in the first chapter when he was recruiting Lucy, like you could tell that Fairy Tail was going to be a series that relied on friendship because Natsu was like, "I'll take you to go meet my friends, my Nakama, my friends." Fairy Tail's like, he kept saying it over and over. And once you actually do reread the series, you'll see, dang, he really did keep talking about friendship in the beginning. So that's one thing. But when people say that there's friendships power ups, that's when I'm like, all right, that's where you gotta cut it. I'm not sure if this is 100% true. Somebody told me this, and the person that told me this, he actually said that he read this series like over 50 times. And basically, he was like, there's only less than 5 friendship power ups. But the one thing I gotta say is that I can somewhat, even though I haven't seen it for myself, I can see it for myself because, or I can actually believe it because with Fairy Tail, when it comes to the whole friendship power up, people get it misconstrued. Here, let me give you a little example how it go down. Let's say Natsu is like, let's say he's getting beat up, okay? Then once he actually is getting beat up, he'll end up making a counterattack. Then he'll actually end up making a comeback. And then while he's like about to like knock it, like let's say if he's about to knock an opponent out, then he'll say something like, "I'm going to protect my friends." And people, they just assume, oh my god, he got the power from friendship. When in reality, no. Natsu, whenever he's like beating up somebody, and if he sees somebody hurting his, if he sees somebody hurting his friends, then he's not, it's not like he's getting like some random boost of power. No, 9 times out of 10, Natsu is already beating the person up. He's already making his comeback, and then he'll probably say something cheesy like, "I'll do this for my friends." I'm not gonna lie, it does get kind of outdated. I can't lie to you guys, how many times he talked about his friends, but and then he'll probably say something about his friends. Then he'll give the finishing blow. It's not like that he's like, he's about to die. Then as soon as somebody hurts his friend, just gets up and starts going crazy. No, no, no. He'll already be making his comeback. He'll already be putting in work against him. Then he'll say some friendship thing, and then that'll be the end of the fight. So the whole friendship power up thing, it's definitely blown out of proportion. And I just think people, they hate the whole friendship theme in general. But Last but not least, the one thing that I want to talk about, and scratch that. I said that the character development thing makes me cringe, but no, this one, it definitely makes you cringe the most, and that is when people say there's no plot. Now, where do I start with this? Natsu, he is the main he is one of the main characters between Natsu and Lucy. Whichever one you want to decide is the main character doesn't really matter. But Natsu is a main character nonetheless. His goal was to find Igneo. That was his goal. Yes, he did get sidetracked throughout the story simply because at the end of the day, it's not all about Natsu. It's about Fairy Tail too. It's kind of similar to like Naruto. You know how Naruto, he said he wanted to be Hokage, but he ended up getting like there's so many different like pivotal moments in the story, whereas he had to like put his goal to the side. Like for example, Sasuke, Naruto, he still wanted to be Hokage, but one of his big goals was to bring back Sasuke. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like that Naruto just forgot about his goal. It was like, no, what? I don't care anymore about becoming Hokage. I just want to save Sasuke. Natsu, he wanted to find Neo, but since there were always like major threats coming and trying to harm the guild, that's when he would have to put his little search for Neo to the side, and then he will have to focus on whichever danger that was coming. So that is the first thing. And the second thing is people, they say, okay, well, now that he can't find Neil, what's the goal now? The goal is basically to protect the guild, and that's basically what he's been doing ever since Tardos ended. We saw that he wanted to go get stronger, which he did over the time skip. So yeah, Natsu, his goal is already somewhat complete, and now all he has to do is just take out Zeref and Acnologia. So when people say that it doesn't have a plot, it's just dumb because no, that's just dumb. But overall, what do you guys think about Fairy Tail? Do you guys think it sucks? Do you guys think Fairy Tail is perfect? Do you guys think it's a great series? Let me know in the comment section down below. Comment what you guys see down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace out.